If somebody told me Marietta was just another Atlanta suburb, this is what I would tell them. You've clearly never been to the Marietta Square on a busy Saturday morning. In today's video, we're gonna cover what it's like on the Marietta Square and what that experience is like. We're gonna cover East Cobb schools and family life. We're also gonna cover the Battery, go Bravos. Then we're gonna cover the Silver Comet Trail and outdoor life. Stick around for number 5. It's gonna shock you what we talk about. Marietta Square. Let's talk about what Marietta Square differentiates from all the other Atlanta suburbs in and around Metro Atlanta. So I would tell you, the Marietta Square is historically architectural, appeasing. It's a beautiful roundabout surrounded by awesome architecture that dates back all the way post and pre-Civil War. There's even a really cool history museum there. And then experiencing festivals, the farmers market on Saturdays morning, where they actually shut down the whole square and vendors come out from all over selling goods, to produce, to meats, eggs, all that kind of stuff. So if you love a good farmer's market, this one is probably one of the best in Metro Atlanta. Now let's talk about restaurants. So there are some very good staple restaurants. Then there's Stockyard Burgers. There's Mac's, which is a little bit more fine dining. One of my all-time favorites is the Australian Bakery for breakfast. Always get a slice at MPC, Marietta Pizza Kitchen. And then if you're just looking for some ahi nachos, you gotta go to Taqueria Tsunami. Then let's talk about coffee, because there's not just one coffee shop on the Marietta Square, there's several. So we have Cool Beans, which is a local roaster as well, and you can buy their organic beans on site by the pound. This is awesome. They even roast in store. Super cool. Then you've got Tuesday Morning, another great coffee shop that's right down the street across from the Baptist Church. And then you've got Sessions Coffee Stand, which is also a total vibe in the daytime and at nighttime. The Battery, Atlanta, and Truist Park. The Battery is a total buzz. When we first moved back from Montana, Lauren and I absolutely loved to go down to the Battery, go to Braves games. You know, the Braves went from downtown to this area in Cobb County, and it's just a totally different vibe. Surrounded by shops and retail with dining options. You know, your parking deck is free for 2 hours during the week, so you can go and have lunch with friends. But if you live walkable in the Battery, you've got townhomes, you've got apartment living, and being able to just walk out your door, go grab a slice of pizza from Antico's, and then walk to the ball game, let's go. All kinds of really fun dining experiences where you can go play indoor sim golf as well, along with a really cool cigar shop, Rocky Patel's flagship store in the Battery. So for somebody relocating from out of state to Marietta, what is the reality of commuting to downtown? If you're a person who is relocating that will be doing a commute to downtown, what does the reality look like with traffic and how do they get downtown? So there's a couple different options. So one is you get on 75 and you head south. During peak morning traffic hours, that could take you anywhere between 35 to an hour. Just depends on what's happening in the day and how crazy people are being. But if you want to go for an alternate route, there is a Peach Pass, which is a pay-to-play game, and you can get on in several different locations, and it probably cuts off about half the amount of time getting to downtown, where you could really get downtown in about 20 to 25 minutes. Silver Comet Trail and outdoor life. If you know me and you follow our channel, you know I am super outdoor centric. I love to be outside. I love to recreate, love to ride my bike, love to one wheel, love to run, love to go hang out with my family outdoors. So the Silver Comet Trail is actually a paved trail from Alabama all the way to Georgia, over 61 plus miles. So if you are a road biker or anything like that, this is a great place to go. Get on your bike and just cruise. Uninterrupted, no traffic, just cruising, and goes along the railway, and it is a great space to just relax and recreate and go get some exercise out in God's glory. So let's talk more about what outdoor life looks like. You've got some national park recreational areas right here close in the Marietta area. You got Kennesaw National Battlefield, and you can hike Kennesaw Mountain. Amazing set of trails. When I was actually training for an ultra marathon, this is where I used to go do all of my training runs. Great spot, great community. You can see people, some of the same regulars, hiking the mountain every single morning. So if you're an early dawn riser and love to see the sun come up on top of a mountain, I guarantee you'll run into the same people. Now, right along the Chattahoochee on the Cobb County side is Marietta, and we have the Chattahoochee National Recreation Area, and you have a couple different parks. You got trail systems like Soap Creek. In 15 minutes, you can get to a premier mountain bike trail system. That's awesome. Trails all downside the Chattahoochee. You've got paved gravel, nice and flat, or you got more hiking trails and even some cool ruins as well and a waterfall. So how does Canton and Woodstock compare to the Marietta outdoor life? So I would say the Marietta outdoor life, for where it is and location in close proximity to the city, It's really unmatched. With national park access, like I just talked about Kennesaw Mountain or the Chattahoochee National Recreational Areas, this recreational life is really pretty awesome considering where it actually is. East Cobb schools and family life. So what's the school situation in Marietta, and why does East Cobb carry all these really top-rated schools? Well, I will tell you this. Marietta actually has its own set of city schools, which is very coveted, and people who live in that Whitlock area really love this specific elementary school. Now, over in the East Cobb reign, you've got Pope High School, you've got Walton High School, and Lassiter. These are kind of the trilogy in the East Cobb area, and that means everything east of 75. These have ratings on niche.com of 8+, Walton being a 10. We've seen some Major League Baseball players come out of here. We've seen a lot of good academic outcomes coming out of East Cobb as well. So they rank some of the highest in testing scores all across the country. So what does family life look like past the school system? So family life in Marietta is pretty amazing. We have a very tight-knit community and a pretty diverse community of people that are growing families, people that are empty nesters. There's just some really great family-centric life. I've known people that have lived in the Marietta their whole lives, and they absolutely love the community that they have here in Marietta. Now, being so close to family, so close to friends, if you're one person that loves to go to church, there's so many amazing church communities that you can join, outdoor recreation stuff you can join with your kids. There's some really great attributes as it goes for family life. And if you're a baseball family, East Cobb baseball is on the map nationally, and so many Major League Baseball players has come out of East Cobb. All right, you've made it to the end of this video, and this is what we're going to talk about: the reality of the 2026 real estate market in Marietta, Georgia. So what does the Marietta market look like for a buyer right now in 2026? Well, if you look at the data, we've got more homes coming on the market than coming off the market. So we are leaning more towards a buyer's market. And I would say we probably have 3 to 6 months of inventory right now. So what does that mean? That means buyers have kind of their pick of the litter. I'm seeing a lot more deals happen. I'm seeing seller concessions help out buyers, whether it's buy down rates or it's they need money to get to the closing table. Or here's the other wild thing, even though it's quote unquote a buyer's market, this is what I've seen a lot of recently too, is if a home is absolutely meticulous, well-maintained, designed well, updated with absolutely nothing, and it looks like something you see on TV, that thing evaporates. It is multiple offers, 20, 30, I've even seen up to $100,000 over asking price, even in today's buyer's market. So it just goes to show you, it just really depends on the buyer and what they're looking for. And sellers, I also think maybe need a reality check in what their hopes are to get for their home. So what can $500,000 get you in the Marietta area? And then how does it compare to an Alpharetta or somewhere inside the perimeter, meaning Metro Atlanta? So I would tell you $500,000 gets you a really nice single family home, probably in a neighborhood, probably a swim and tennis neighborhood, probably a 4, 2.5, 2-car garage, probably granite countertops. This is likely what you're gonna get for that $500,000 price range. Now, that same house in Alpharetta is probably anywhere between $650,000 and $750,000. Now, if you go to Metro Atlanta, that same house could be up to $800,000. So is there a price point where Marietta actually becomes a deal? And what does that price point actually look like? The answer is yes and yes. So comparing the two, just like I said before, from an Alpharetta or inside the perimeter, Marietta is absolutely a deal. Specifically looking at price per square foot, school systems, all of those things, you really can get a great deal in Marietta. Now, if you go south of the square, you get into Fair Oaks and some of these older communities, which there are a lot of rental properties in those areas. And then if you go out to West Cobb, you have a ton of new construction, which is a really good deal. So for that $500,000 price point in West Cobb, you can actually get a really nice home at a great price. So who is Marietta actually for, and who is it not the right fit for? So if you're a buyer looking for a walkable historical downtown adjacent to Atlanta Metro and a more urban lifestyle, Marietta is 100% with you with a strong school system. Who is Marietta not for? If you're looking for someone for a more rural setting and a little bit more sparse in their acreage on each individual lots, and looking for a more quiet downtown scene, maybe Woodstock or a Cherokee County, Canton specifically, or a ball ground, maybe a better fit for you. But if you're looking for the latter, Marietta 100% is for you. So if you're watching this and you're seriously considering Marietta and you're interested in what it's like to work with our team or interested in working with our team already, here's what you need to do. In the link in the description below, we've got a short little link that books a quick call with us and we can unpack what it looks like to work with us and what's the next process. So if this content resonated with you and you learned something from this, like, subscribe, see you on the next one.